What is going on, travelers? Here are your 5 tips to help you in your Astrometica gameplay. Looking for more nickel? Between the research outpost and Yellow Bubble, there is a nice cluster of nickel asteroids ready to be mined. Make sure you watch out for any other robot enemies that seem to be in the area if you do decide to mine there. I highly recommend taking a seeker at this point rather than a skipper, because if you take the skipper, you're going to be out there pretty long and you're going to need a lot of oxygen on you. If you can't find your way between these two areas, here are some coordinates in order for you to help you find your way. You can find these coordinates in the top left of the menu when you're in pause. Let me know down in the comments if you're able to find this. So you just got your vehicle repair unit and you have no idea where it's supposed to go. Once you get the blueprint and the materials to make it, use your blueprint gun, go to the docking station, which is generally the vehicle station, aim right at the ceiling, and boom, that's where it goes. Make sure you check the power management on it, because as soon as you bring that vehicle in for repairing, it may or may not take up the power that you're currently using. Which brings us to the next tip, power management. So keep an eye on power management by building one of those screens that you generally see in the menu or the tutorial wants you to build. Once you click on this, it shows you a amount of power that you're using, what the current amount is, and how much you need. This helps you manage your power a little bit better, and whether or not you should put in more machines, less machines, or whether or not you need to upgrade the batteries. If you're using the smaller batteries, they're about 125 a piece that'll store electricity. Now, if you want to use the upgraded version, which you'll find later on, these store 200 electricity a piece. Although you won't see how many batteries that you do have, just go ahead and do the math on the power management, and that should let you know how much you have on screen before you look at it. So some of you who are new to the game, you just got this vehicle upgrade fabricator and you're not necessarily sure what's the skipper and what's the seeker. The skipper is kind of like the little, it's not really a space bike. I would say it's a space bike. And the seeker is this very sleek, awesome space car. You're able to change the colors of each vehicle. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to change the colors on the skipper and it didn't necessarily work out in my favor, but I did with the seeker and it looks awesome. Nice little black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Now the upgrades for these do differ. You have about 3 starting out with the skipper and 3 starting out with the seeker. To be fair, I started out with the skipper just to get me around places that would be a little too far away for me to actually reach. But before I could actually get into the upgrades for the skipper, I had already built my seeker, and that was going to be my main vehicle throughout my entire gameplay. But don't let that discourage you if you already have the materials for the skipper and you have some materials to build the skipper upgrades. But I highly recommend just going straight to the seeker, as that'll be your best bet in getting around. Speaking of upgrading, you now need the vehicle upgrades, but we only see the 3 in the vehicle upgrade fabricator. So where do they come from? They come from blueprints. You find these blueprints miscellaneously around Theta 9 and hopefully soon in Theta 12. As you collect these, you can see 2 already. One's the booster and the other one is a weapons blueprint, and I believe I have one more right here. There it is. But don't expect a plethora of blueprints to be there, as you need to go out and find them. And those are your 5 tips to help you with your beginner gameplay in Astrometica. Go beyond, traveler.